What's up, y'all? It's FTKComputer. Yup. So I asked you guys would you like more opinion videos, and an overwhelming majority of y'all said yes. So we're gonna go with that today. I already apologized in advance. Last night, my smoke detector battery went out, and I don't have any batteries to replace it right now. So if y'all hear it beeping in the background, I'm so sorry about that. But hopefully it's not too distracting. I'll probably put like some background music to distract you from that beep. There it is. So yeah, so really quickly, I wanted to talk about some changes that I am hoping for in Overwatch in 2019. I don't know if other people have done this video. I'm sure it'll be something popular because the new year's coming. But I've heard a lot of talk on like my channel and then on just YouTube in general about how Overwatch is dying. A lot of people have deleted Overwatch or just stopped playing, haven't been feeling, I guess, invested in competitive lately. So I've definitely felt that burnout as well. I still love Overwatch. I think at its foundation, the gameplay is really fun. So I've been able to hold on, but there are things about Overwatch that have made it kind of feel a little bit stale or frustrating to play. And so I just wrote down a few things that I personally want changed. These are not like overwhelming, I guess, opinions that I know majority of the community of Overwatch feels. Maybe some of them are, but they're just specific to me. So don't expect to like agree with all of them or expect me to be like the voice of the people, because I'm definitely not. But these are just some things that that would make Overwatch more, I guess, fun for me. And if you guys have any, please let me know in the comments. Let other people know, and let's discuss as always. So I jotted a few down. There are probably a million things that I could think of, but I'm not. I just wrote a few. And also I want to let you guys know that this is not to like trash or bash Blizzard, because I'm very appreciative of all the work they've put into the amazing game. So these are just things that I guess in this next year, hopefully that we will see. So I jotted them down. I don't write scripts for these, so I'm trying not to go every second. All right, so the first thing I wrote was more lore and content and more frequently. Now I know this is probably one that a lot of people feel. One of the reasons that I feel like a lot of people feel that Overwatch is becoming stale is because since release like years ago, the game doesn't feel like it's changed that much. Like we have a few new, heroes and new stages, but it seems like we have to wait so long for any new content to drop for Overwatch. And so I think when events drop, like the Halloween event and the Christmas event, people feel very like disappointed and let down that they're not like a bunch of new things, a bunch of new shiny things that we can play with on Overwatch. So I don't know, it feels like Blizzard is really putting so much of their resources into Overwatch League that the thing that I guess made me gravitate towards Overwatch was the amazing characters and their interesting backstories. And I feel like we haven't really gotten a lot of that in a long time. And then when we get it, it's so sparse that like, we're like grasping at straws, like trying to understand like what's going on. And then for certain people, their characters might not have gotten any lore at all, or like the very bare minimum. I know somebody said Zenyatta, and I agree, because I don't know nothing about Zenyatta except that his brother was assassinated, to be honest. So yes, definitely more lore, more content. I know that the animated shorts take a very long time to do, but I would like more comics, more information during events, more like PvE stories. Like the Retribution event was really cool because it gave us like something new, but also expanded on the Overwatch story. So things like that I really enjoy. I just hate that we have to wait for so long to get them, and I think that wait is starting to make people kind of like leave Overwatch because there's so many other things out there, and I feel like Overwatch just hasn't really changed that much. Let's see, what is the next one? Oh, customizable skins. Now I've been saying this since season like 4 or 5. Like I have wanted there to be customizable skins for Overwatch for a long time. Because and it goes back to like the first my first change is we just have to wait so long for skins, especially for some of us who may only play like a few characters or like less popular characters. It feels like we're waiting forever to get new skins and new like I'm still waiting for Symetra to get a what's it called, a highlight intro that shows her golden gun. She still doesn't have one, or like a win pose that shows her gun. I've kind of given up on it now, but I was very hopeful for it a while back. But yeah, it's just something to switch it up, like little things like that. Like maybe if Blizzard could let us color customize each character, like a character's basic skin, and then maybe like one one legendary skin. Like you get colors to choose from. Just something to like switch it up and give us like options while we're waiting for new skins and stuff. I think that would be really cool. I actually got that idea from, I don't know if you guys remember, but when if you play fighting games, you remember Street Fighter Cross Tekken and how like you could like customize each character's like hair and clothes and skin and lips and all kinds of, like it was very detailed. And I think that would be fun, like something different, something that we can do to make it feel a little bit, to make it feel more personalized. Yeah. All right, number 3, and this one is pretty self-explanatory. I think there needs to be more support heroes and more tank heroes. I don't think that Blizzard needs to add any more DPS characters for a long time. I think that playing tank and playing support feels more like a chore because there's really not that much. There's not that many choices, like with the DPS heroes, there's so many different playstyles and so many different kind of characters. And with tanks, like yeah, they're different, but there's just not enough of them to make it interesting. You kind of get tired of playing the same tanks and healers over and over. What else did I put? Because I feel like this was a 2-part one. Oh yeah, I also believe that, and this is my personal opinion, but I believe that Blizzard should offer some kind of perks for people that play support in competitive. Getting people to play support and learn support is like pulling teeth. Oh, excuse me, I had to burp, y'all. I'm sorry if you heard that on the mic, my bad. But yeah, it's like getting people to pull. It's like pulling teeth. Like nobody wants to play support. Everyone hates getting constantly ulted and focused by everyone, and you feel like you can't fight back. Especially now with the Brigitte nerfs, at least you felt more protected. Now Tracer's back in full effect, and it's very annoying. And I think Blizzard should give people that play supports something extra, so that to like show that they're being appreciated by someone, and then maybe to get other people more willing to play support. Like I don't know, like maybe getting more SR when they win, or not losing as much SR, more points, more competitive points at the end of a match, more XP so that you get loot boxes faster, something. Because I feel like I'm gonna stick with the SR one, because I feel like that would be the one that's most likely gonna make people want to play support more. Yeah, I just think they need it. It's very hard to get people to play support, and then support mains are often guilted into playing support because nobody else wants to do it, or everyone says that they don't have experience playing. It's just like, so what you end up having is like 5 3 DPS, 2 tanks, and then a lone support constantly getting dived and solo ulted. So yeah, I think we need that. All right, number 4 is a very simple one. In 2019, preferably early 2019, like January, I'm gonna need Overwatch to buff Symetra, and like for real this time. No little, her beam extends 1 more centimeter and it holds charge a millisecond longer. Like, I'm gonna need some serious, like, real buffs. Like, it's sad that it's been 13 seasons and Symetra has not once been in the meta. I think she's only been played in Overwatch League once. She's still considered a throw pick. People still hate to have her on the team. They don't feel like she's impacting much. Even when she does do good damage, a lot of time that damage isn't as focused as other DPS. So then you're not getting as many picks. You can't get as many picks independently as you could if you were playing like Junkrat or McCree. Her ult is a barrier, which to me doesn't really make sense, because I thought that the goal was to make Symetra less of a support and to be more viable on attack. And not saying that her wall isn't good, it just is, it kind of still puts her in that same category where she's still a non-healing support. I also don't understand why she has only 200 health when she doesn't have any defensive options or any movement abilities. It's like Blizzard has constantly kind of said that they're nervous about making Symetra too strong because they think she'll be oppressive if she is, but clearly that logic hasn't worked as well as they thought it would. And so since the beginning, Symetra's still been on the bottom of the totem pole. I think it's time to fix her kit. It feels super clunky. The cooldowns are weird. The timing is long. Everything's really loud. You can't be sneaky with it. Like, the teleporter takes super long to deploy when Blizzard were like telling us that we could use it to get out of a graph, but it's so rare that even happens. So yeah, Blizzard, it's time to have Symetra in the meta. Like, it's time. I'm gonna need you to buff her. I'm gonna need her to be too strong for at least a week. Like, at least give her the Doomfist overpowered option for at least a week. Let Symetra be too strong for a while, because she's never been that. She's never been quote unquote considered viable. She's always considered a throw pick, and it's tiring. Okay, and I'm gonna need, in 2019, I'm gonna need us to have a Symetra meta. I don't care how it happens, it just needs to happen. So 250 health, quicker teleporter, an extra turret, I don't know, some other shield, a new ult. I would be so down for a new ult. I know the Symetra wall is useful, but I want an ult that kills people. I'm sorry. I want an ult that kills people, because people are going to constantly be like, we don't have enough damage. We don't have enough damage with Symetra. And it's like, Symetra's supposed to be good against shields, but she's really not that good against shields. You might as well just pick a Junkrat, because he can break the shields from a safe distance. Like, and then he also can get his ult super fast and instantly kill people. Symetra, you have to jump through too many hoops to get kills, and then a lot of times you have to sacrifice yourselves, or you have to have a pocket, and it's not how it's supposed to work, Blizzard. So yes, we need some hashtag buff Symetra, please. Thank you. Number 5, and this is gonna be the one thing that I feel like I have to call Blizzard out on for real, is we need console specific balance. Like, we need this game to be balanced specifically for console gameplay, because the game has always felt like it's been balanced for PC and not for console. And that needs to change. Another thing that would be helpful with that is PTR for console. Now, I know the logistics of that are very difficult, because I remember them saying it in a previous, I guess, Overwatch developers update. But look, Mortal Kombat did it. They did a beta where we got to play the new version of the game with all the changes before it dropped. And maybe you guys can't do it as often as you can do like the PTR, but it would be nice to have something, you know? And I think it would be just really nice to have Overwatch balanced more specifically for the console experience. So yeah, that's all on that. I'm not like, that one's, I feel like that's another self-explanatory one. All right, number 6. All right, number 6 is a 2-part one. It is solving the mouse and keyboard issue and the smurfing issue on console. Now, this one probably will take a long time. So I'm saying 2019, that's a whole year, but I think it needs to be fixed this year. It's been an issue for way too long. People have been talking about it since like season 2, and it's here we are, season 13, and I'm still having to play against these mouse and keyboard players that can constantly hit headshots with the console aim assist, and it's not fair. Also, because people can have as many accounts as they want, a lot of times they don't take the matches seriously, and then it doesn't feel like you're playing competitive. It feels like you're playing quick play when you're trying everything and doing everything you can to win, and other people are just like, whatever, I don't care. I don't think it's fair for people that have played on one account. A lot of people make fun of me for having like a gold border, but I played on only one account for the longest time. I just started playing on my alt account like last season, and I didn't play on it much at all last season. This season I've started playing way more on it because I like the anonymity of it, which is the reason I created it in the first place, so that people wouldn't recognize my username. But I never created another account just to like fuck around and do whatever I want, and not take competitive seriously. And so I feel like those two things are a big reason why a lot of people are leaving Overwatch, because they just don't feel like it's fair, and they don't feel like their effort is going to a good cause, which would be, gaining SR, when other people just don't really care about winning and they're like doing whatever. So yeah. All right, number 7, and this is very specific to me, but I think in 2019, pharmacy gotta go. Like, I think it's time for pharmacy to be over, a thing of the past. Just like Bastion with the shield, like it's just worn out its time. I hate playing against it. I don't feel like I don't think that it was supposed to work as it did. But it's just not fun because a lot of characters can't even really reach Pharah, and then she constantly has like a healer pocket, and she's like blasting you from space, and you can't even reach her. It's very frustrating, and it's not fun to play against, especially on console, where a lot of people have a hella trouble taking down either one of them, let alone both of them. So yeah, I think pharmacy needs to go. I think they should balance Pharah as if she doesn't have her own special pocket. I don't have a problem with Mercy using Pharah to like fly and stuff, but as far as just consistently healing her, I don't think it's fair, and it's just not fun. I hate it. I hate pharmacy. I'm sorry. So that's just my personal opinion. If you love pharmacy, then good for you, but I hate it. Okay, I hate it. So yeah, I think pharmacy should go in 2019. And before people start saying, oh, well, it's harder than it looks and all that stuff, that's not true. It's very easy. And I've actually pulled out pharmacy just to capture a point when I know they didn't have a hit scan, and I felt shitty about it, but it's just so easy to do. And I don't feel like it should be on console. I mean, maybe it's different. Maybe if you play on PC, then you can tell me your opinion on that, but I don't feel like it should be on console. It's just way too hard to deal with. Even after the Mercy nerfs and the Pharah changes, it's not fun getting blasted in your face by a rocket. And by the time you've gotten 2 shots off, the Pharah is back in full health, and you try to shoot the Mercy flies off somewhere, and the Pharah killed you after you like looked away. So I don't like it. I hate it. It has to go. And last but not least, number 8, I think that Blizzard should do more to promote more diverse, like, Overwatch content creators and streamers. I feel like we constantly keep seeing the same people over and over, like XQC and what's his name, Kefri and Seagull and Your Overwatch and Unit Lost, and it's just like, I mean, they're great, like, good for them, but I feel like there's so many different Overwatch YouTubers and content creators out there, and I feel like a part of our job, a byproduct of our job, I can't speak English, a byproduct of our job as Overwatch content creators, there we go, is keeping the game alive and keeping the game relevant. And there's so many different kinds of Overwatch content creators out there, from artists to, you know, quote unquote let's players, to character specialists and quick play players and people that just play for fun. It's like, I feel like the only thing that we see constantly being pushed is like pros and news channels. And I feel like I don't think that's necessarily Blizzard doing that. I think it's YouTube and Twitch, and they're gonna push the people that they know are gonna get them the most views and clicks. But I feel like Overwatch should do more to support its, you know, Overwatch content creators and streamers that aren't, you know, pros or news channels, you know. So yeah, those are all the things I could think of right now when I like wrote this down. Well, not right now, but whenever I wrote this down, that was all I could think of. I can actually think of a few more, but I don't want the videos to be too long. I don't want to wear you out. So yeah, let me know if there are any things that you personally would like to see in Overwatch in 2019. Remember, this can be soon, this can be later in the year, this could be like a big project that Overwatch can work on for a majority of the year. It's just up to you. And so yeah, and I know we're gonna have different opinions, so try not to be mean to anyone whose opinion is different than yours. I mean, I don't think I have to tell y'all that, but just try not to if you feel the inkling. You know, not everyone's gonna see Overwatch from the same perspective as you, so just keep that in mind. So I hope you guys like this video. If you're new, please subscribe. Yeah, and tell me if you guys liked it. I don't mind sharing my opinions on Overwatch. So all right, I'll see you guys later. Also, click the notifications. If you've been missing my premieres, you've been missing out, because it's a ton of fun. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely do more of them since I know you guys like them, and I've been really enjoying it. So yeah, all right, I'll see you guys later.